Get ready to match the star. Robert Vaughn, Brett Summers, Gary Burghoff, Astin, Richard Dawson, and Mitzi McCall as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 75. And now here's the star of Match Game 75, Gene Rivers.
Thank you. Thank you. How's everything, Johnny Olson? Good.
Welcome to the barnyard.
What are you doing? What are you stuffing in your bosom there?
Oh, just looking down and envying myself.
All right.
Oh. When you're hot, you're hot.
Let's,
and when you're not, you're not.
Let's give a warm welcome to John Murdoch, our current champion here. Hi, John. Hi, Tim. Ready? If you were with us last time, you know that John won the game just as time ran out. He's got his $100. He's going to try for over $5,000 now, and he's excited about that. And we'll see if he collects it or not in a minute or two. Here we are with John Murdoch, who's won his $100, and he's now going to try for over $5,000. Ready, John?
I certainly am.
We polled a recent studio audience, John, and we got their best response to this. Bo blank. Blank. Now, the answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it. If you match the next one, you get $250, and you know if you match the bottom one, you get $100. Which three celebrities would you like a little assist from on this?
I think...
you can turn around and look at them as you... That comes later if you're lucky.
Unless you read mine.
Yes.
All right, I'll start with Gary, please, because he reads mine.
Bow and
Start
arrow.
with Gary.
Bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow, he said.
I'll have Brett, please.
You'll have Brett.
You got it, sweetheart. How about bow tie?
Bow tie. Okay. One
We
more.
don't have very good reception in New Zealand.
Richard.
Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
Bullwinkle. All right, so you got Bullwinkle, bow tie, and bow and arrow. You want one of those, or you want to give us one of your own?
No, I think I'll go with bow tie.
Bow tie. That's the one that Brett gave you. He's choosing your answer as the one he hopes is under the $500 response, but we'll start as we usually do with the bottom one. May we see the $100 response?
Bow wow.
You wanted to say that?
That's really
Yes.
That was my second choice.
Well, no.
Oh, you're...
No, we, the audience read that. Quiet!
It was my second choice.
Was that your second choice?
My
Well, I
first.
suppose if you were reading it, you might have a tendency to say that, but if someone were saying it aloud to you, as I just did, that would not come up. He wants bow tie. Let's find out if it's under the $250 response. Bow and arrow is there. That's the one that Gary gave you. All right, last chance for bow tie. Here is the $500 response. Bow tie. And a boy. Okay.
The second time today. I'm too old for it.
He said he preferred kissing you over Robert or Gary.
So did I.
Okay, John, you're going to try for $5,000 now. You're up to $600. Which one celebrity will you attempt to match in order to collect the $5,000?
I'd like Richard, please.
You'd like Richard?
The person that gave you Bullwinkle.
All the time.
He says you can't be wrong all the time, Richard.
Well, I may prove that, too.
Okay, you face me if you would, please. And here we go for $5,000. Blank Finn. F-I-N-N. Blank Finn. Okay, he's finished. Now, John, what answer do you want to give us which you think will match his in filling in that blank Finn?
I think I'll try Mickey.
You'll try Mickey? Mickey Finn. All right. Did you have some other thoughts? No. It's the only one you thought of. Okay, Mickey Finn is not bad. Richard, he says Mickey Finn will match you for $5,000. May we see it?
I have a much more famous one. Huckleberry.
Huckleberry Finn. Did you think?
I didn't think of it.
You didn't think of it, but you know about Huckleberry Finn.
I sure do.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Okay, you do now, don't you? Okay. Well, now listen, John, you've got the $600, and you're going to play another game. Are you ready for that?
Yes, I am.
All right, here comes another player, Sheila Stevens. Hello, Sheila. Hi. Okay, John. Sheila, you know John Murdoch?
I sure do.
Now, Sheila is going to tell us the story of her life in 7 or 8 or 9 seconds.
Okay, I'm a wife, and my husband's name is Jim, and I have 2 boys. Michael's 9, and Jeffrey's 6. I'm a homemaker, and I just finished my first quarter in theology, and I'm just really excited to be here.
Well, we're very excited to have you here with us, Sheila, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, you as the challenger will make a selection here, if you would, please.
B.
All right, new game, everybody plays. The absent-minded surgeon left his medical bag in the operating room and put a blank in the trunk of his car. Left his medical bag in the operating room and put a blank in the trunk of his car.
Oh, I got that one.
You got that one?
I got that one.
I just better check up on you, Brett.
Oh, sweetheart, you can check me all you want.
Oh, yes.
But don't peek on my blouse.
All right.
That's where he really put it.
Okay.
Speaking of bags.
Be very
Alrighty.
careful.
Everybody ready up there and down here, so we go over here to Sheila Stevens. Sheila, the absent-minded surgeon left his medical bag in the operating room and put a blank in the trunk of his car.
Patient.
A patient. All right, she says a patient. She said a patient.
Not a pigeon, Robert.
Not a pigeon. I thought you said pigeon.
I'm even more obscure than she is.
You thought she said pigeon.
Pigeon, yes. I
Really?
didn't know.
Yes.
Link that. It's
All right.
even just a suitcase.
A suitcase, yeah. Well, that's the answer. No,
He's a star.
that's the answer you get from a PhD. You know, you're not used to these lowbrow games there. Now, what do you say?
Put your card in the slot. It's not in the slot.
My card is
Leave
in
her
the
alone.
slot.
It's my
It's
show.
not in the
Get your own show, would you?
And get your own slot. Body and or patient.
Body and or patient. Okay, there's one. Now, Gary.
Patient.
Patient and exact match. Okay, that's 2 for you. What about you, little girl?
Will you accept a part of a patient?
What is that?
A tonsil.
A tonsil.
Won't accept that.
Not enough. What have you got there, Richard?
What's the question?
The question is, the absent-minded surgeon left his medical bag in the operating room and put a blank in the trunk of his car.
A gallbladder.
A gallbladder. A gallbladder.
Horrible.
You have the gall to give us that kind of an answer. Go ahead, Mitzi.
And I'm going to get the bladder because I put tonsil.
You put tonsil. So that's 2 for you. Your question coming up, but right now, we've got to pause for this message. Okay, here we go with the second half of round 1. John, this is for you. Pay attention.
Yes.
Everybody plays.
Okay.
Gary Burghoff said.
You did?
Wait a minute, I'll tell you what he said.
What'd he say?
Oh, boy.
He says, I've been talking to my houseplant every day for weeks now, and that plant's starting to get really pushy. This morning it told me to blink. His houseplant in Gary's house. You know about the guy who wrote the book, Plants Are Like People, you talk to him and all that?
Yeah.
Gary said, I've been talking to my houseplant every day for weeks now, and that plant's starting to get really pushy. This morning it told me to blank. All right, put it in the slot there. Bottom tier is ready.
Mitzi loves her answer.
I don't think too hard. Bob, you're going to strain something, and
like to
then
see
we're going to
Brett's
have a
answer.
lawsuit on our hands.
I don't
Okay.
know why Brett thinks she knows my plants.
All right, John
Green
Murdoch.
thumb.
Gary Burghoff said, I've been talking to my houseplant every day for weeks now, and that plant's starting to get really pushy. This morning it told me to...
Leaf.
To what?
Leaf.
To leaf? To leaf.
I couldn't think of anything else.
Can't think of anything else. What do you mean by that? Does that have a meaning?
Yes, a play on words.
It's a play on words. You mean to leave? Is that what you're saying? Oh. To get out. Okay, so we wanted to understand it.
I couldn't think of anything else.
It's not too smart, and you got to lay it out for him as close. I'm only kidding, Judge. There. Well, he said to leave or leave. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I just said, the doctor says drop dead, so.
That's like you.
The plant said drop dead.
Yes.
Well, the plants got really pushy, didn't it? What do you say? So, Brett.
Well, he must have stolen my answer. I don't care how smart he says he is and how much he goes to college. I said drop dead, too.
Well, that's two. He said leaf or leave, a play on
How
words
about
there.
shove off? Is that
How
all
about
right?
shove off? Is that a match? Yeah. There's one for him. Okay, Patty, what do you got?
He said dry up and blow away.
Dry up and blow away? No, not quite there. All right, nice try, though. All right, Richard.
I don't feel well. I've just matched Robert and Brett.
You stole our answer?
If you don't stop peering up here and taking my answer.
What do you say, Mitzi?
Would you read the question again?
All right. I've been talking to my houseplant every day for weeks now, and that plant's starting to get really pushy. This morning it told me to...
Shovel off.
Shovel off.
Shovel it.
Shovel it. Well, it's a borderline thing, but
Mitzi.
the judge decided to be generous and give
Mitzi.
you the benefit
Yellow,
of it.
Gary.
So
What
at this
is it,
moment,
Gary?
the score is 2-2. We go to round 2 and see what happens now. Sheila.
B, please.
B. Now, Brett and Gary do not play. You all remember when Anthony Quinn played Zorba the Greek? You remember that? Okay. Well, he's starring a new movie about a circus sideshow. This time, he plays Zorba the Blank. He's in a new movie about a circus sideshow, and he plays Zorba the Blank.
I get that question.
I understand.
I
We're
get
going
it.
to the understanding.
I got
Zorba the Greek. Now in the circus sideshow, he plays Zorba the Blank.
I would
Okay.
have a terrific answer for that if I were playing.
Well,
Nobody
But
cares,
I
Brett.
can't play.
You
I'm
probably
too
have to pry it
broken-hearted.
out of her.
Brett talks to her plants.
she does?
They're all dead.
She sings to them.
Okay, Sheila.
Rock garden.
You remember Anthony Quinn playing the part of Zorba the Greek? Well, he's starring in a new movie about a circus sideshow. This time he plays Zorba the...
Clown.
Zorba the Clown.
Yeah.
They apparently are not too thrilled with your answer.
Nor would you be with mine.
We will not be thrilled.
Hers was rotten.
Yeah.
Wait
Well,
till you
she's got
see
it from an earlier picture of his. Where he played
Zorba the
clown.
He did play the clown,
Yes,
yeah,
he
in
did.
La
That's a good
Strada.
link-up.
Yeah.
Mine has no link-up whatsoever.
No.
The Grinch.
Zorba the Greek. No connection whatsoever.
What is to become of this poor thing sitting to my
I
right?
don't know. We're going to have to send him to Congress, I guess.
He's not going to be teaching our
No.
children,
I'm
is
not
he?
It's up
proud.
to you.
I'm not proud. I went for the bait. Zorba the Freak.
Zorba the Freak. Well done.
Did me.
Well done, my dear.
Terrible.
And did you?
Here's another freak.
There it is.
I've got a good answer.
She says Zorba the Clown. What do
You
you
know
think?
those men that are nuts and eat chickens? Zorba the Geek.
Zorba the Geek. They're in circus sideshows too. All right, now all you need is one to win another game. John, you ready? Who does not play? Gary does not play. And
I don't
Mitzi
play
does not
mine. What does it mean when it says don't write
It
forever?
means don't play. Oh, no. George said to Leonard, "No wonder when you hitchhike you never get a ride. You're supposed to stick out your thumb, not your blank."
To play this game anymore. I'm a mother.
You certainly are.
Watch it. Wait, now you see.
You don't
Now
play?
you've messed
She
up my
doesn't play.
place
Let's
here.
see now.
I forgot the question. I'm so
Okay.
flustered. What was the question? Oh, yes.
Will you stop that?
Come on now. Is there one in there?
Yes, of
all
course
right.
there's one in
Okay,
there.
we're waiting for Patty. here.
Credulous person.
He's, no wonder you know this.
Wait.
No, we're not
She
going to
was a
wait now.
child star, and she's never been any good since.
Okay. Now we come to John. George said to Leonard, "No wonder when you hitchhike you never get a ride. You're supposed to stick out your thumb, not your blank."
Behind?
No, I've never... Have you ever heard of anybody hitchhiking by throwing a moon? Is this... I've never seen that. The only one who ever did that was Marlon Brando once. He did that in New York one time. Yes.
Once, it's one of his
Sunset
favorite
and Vine.
occupations.
Yes. Now,
Well, if I interpret George and Leonard the way you read them,
Yes.
I would say skirt.
is that the way I read that?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I see. Well,
It wasn't such a macho reading.
are you playing? Yes, you are. Would you please hold up
Have
your
you been
card?
doing this show long?
No, not very. Well, sometimes the lights are bad.
John, I wish I'd done this, but I didn't, my darling. I said tongue.
Tongue. Well, that's good. That's a good answer. Yeah, very good answer.
Good answer.
Okay,
I love
Patty,
that. Instead of mine.
you're never going to ride that way. You're supposed to stick out your thumb, not your blank.
Well, all week, whenever I'm stuck for an answer, I write nose.
Oh, so no.
Doctor.
Didn't work. So far, we've got a tie. One match will win the game for you, John. Here we go, Richard. Tongue. So we got a tie.
It's a
All right, we'll
tiebreaker.
tell you what happens when we have a tie after this message. Well, we've got a tie here, so we'll wipe the slate clean and push the button and reveal the tie-breaking questions, one for each of you. The one who has scored the most will be the winner. Sheila, would you make a selection?
A, please.
All right, this is the tie-breaking question, folks. Dumb Dora said, I don't have to worry about anybody stealing my car. I blanked the tires to my driveway. That's what Dumb Dora said. Don't have to worry about anybody stealing my car. I blanked the tires to my driveway.
I finished first.
Okay. Second, third, fourth. Are you still thinking? Could you start a little sooner? That's it.
Thinking?
Yeah, thinking.
There's not enough letters in the word.
All right, Sheila. Dumb Dora said, I don't have to worry about anybody stealing my car. I blanked the tires to my driveway.
I glue the tires to my driveway.
Glued the tires. She said, Dumb Dora glued the tires to the driveway.
Yeah. Well, it's close.
Was she dumber than that?
No, she's exactly like that, but a different synonym, you might say. Stuck.
Stuck. Is that a match? Yeah, there's one. Good for you, sir. Now you.
She who say glue is smart.
Yeah.
She who say chain is not necessarily Chinese.
You're dumb there. Jerry Burghoff.
He said she was done.
Have you ever taught philosophy?
No, but I learned.
I said nailed.
Nailed is a good answer. I think nailed is an excellent answer. Do you think nails is a good answer?
Cemented.
Cemented? That's a match. All right, that's two for her. How about you, Richard?
No, I do not think nails is a good answer.
I don't.
Blue. Three for you. Nail was a dumb
I
answer?
take exception to that. I thought Neil was terrific.
Nail was a terrific answer.
I take
That's
exception to
three
that.
for you now. Let's see how you do with this. Ready, John? Here we go. Everybody plays.
Okay.
People were shocked when they arrived at the wedding.
How shocked were they?
I'll tell you how shocked they were. The bride and groom were both blank. Think about that, John. People were shocked when they arrived at the wedding. The bride and groom were both blank.
I got it. Don't worry, John. You're home free.
All right. Okay. All right, everybody's finished. John Murdoch, we come to you. People were shocked when they arrived at the wedding. The bride and groom were both
Drunk.
drunk. No. You must have been at the wedding. See, they disagree with you, John. Let's find out. You may be right. We'll find out right now. Were they drunk, Robert?
Having been married recently, I can corroborate John's remark. They were drunk.
They were drunk. One for you. All right, you need two more to tie, three more to win. Brett.
In my own experience, that has been a fairly run-of-the-mill experience. Anyway, no, darling. In the days of women's lib, they were both pregnant.
Hollywood people too much.
I miss showbiz.
Yeah. Okay, Gary.
Yeah, we're going to have to change seats. That would have been terribly funny. I said pregnant, too.
Okay, Patty, you're on. People were shocked when they arrived at the wedding. Bride and groom were both naked.
You see,
Naked?
I'm not accurate, but I'm a crowd pleaser.
That's right. You certainly pleasing them. Now, you've got to match the two remaining ones to stay in the game, John. All right, Richard, you're on.
Come on.
He says
I
drunk.
disapprove of alcohol. They were both making love.
They were both making love. What do you have there, Mitzi?
I think the baby was having triplets.
Okay, come on down. Congratulations to you and to you, John Murdoch. We've got $600 for you, together with our thanks for being with us here on Match Game 75. Goodbye, John. Now, while he's rolling out, we'll roll this commercial for you. Now, we just have a second or two to thank you. I am really deeply grateful to you for everything you've done for us today. And I
you're
hope you'll
kidding.
join us next time for Match Game 75. Gene Rayburn here. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 75, a Mark Goodson, Bill Codman production.